So Olamide said in a recent interview that Wizkid is the greatest Afrobeats of all time after Fela and Anikulakpo Kuti. And the whole Twitter is on fire.
Because after Fela, Wizkid is the greatest Afrobeat artist ever.
MC, tell them.
Not just the whole Twitter, the whole internet is on fire. And a lot of people think that, nah, it's not Wizkid. Some people think it's Two-Face, you know. But then we have videos going around where Two-Face also said, you know, he feels like he's the Maradona, while, you know, Wizkid is like the Lionel Messi or Ronaldo, and he's gonna take it further than where he is. But then we have an interview where when Wizkid was asked, does he consider himself the greatest? He said, no, he's just scratching the surface. You know, he gave a remark similar to that of Tu Baba, where he said, I'm just scratching the surface, and the subsequent generations are coming. They are coming, and they are going to do greater heights than whatever it is. I once made a video where I said that Wizkid lyrics lately, it's been totally in shambles, watered down. It's not as dope as it used to be. But then I came across a video by Two-Face where he said he believes that, you know, Wizkid can do better than what he's doing, and that why Wizkid is giving us some of the poor shallow lyrics is just based on what the audience right now really wants, the generation right now want. They don't want something that's gonna stress them mentally. They are not able to think. I like to agree, because he made a reference to say there are some songs he made reference to, like in the early 90s, you know, that kind of song, and Ojo Elegba, fine songs, you know, that I even talked about that time, that I said the Two-Face, the Wizkid back then was, you know, doper, but now it's not really like it used to be. And Two-Face said that there's a reason why Wizkid is giving out those kind of lyrics that he's giving today, because if he could give out dope lyrics from tracks like Ojo Elegba and Co, then it means that he has it in him. But maybe probably when he gets to like 90, when he grows older, he may decide now to give us better lyrics than he's giving now. Whichever and however, I consider Wizkid as one of the greatest Afrobeats, but I definitely will put Two-Face ahead. I'm going to put Sound Sultan ahead. You know, these are wonderful, good artists that have done a whole lot. But Two-Face, incredibly well. It's just quite unfortunate that Two-Face wasn't blooming during the internet era, you know, like he didn't, you know, unlike Wizkid, Davido and Co. Yes, it was like during the internet era that they came into the picture. Now there's this video I have of Burna Boy, you know, in a live stream with Blake Boy, where he said, after Fela Kuti, I, Burna Boy, I am the greatest. Like, Fela Kuti is the only one who is greater than me.
We are in Africa. Listen. Pastor's house, now in they find pass. My people, them, they stay for all surroundings. Pastor's dress, now in they clean pass.
He's spitting that real shit. I don't know what he's saying.
They had for my people, for them to buy soap.
Oh shit, man.
Pastor Naim then give respect pass. And then they do bad things. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
All this shit. I'm wilding, bro. I'm wilding.
But yeah, man. So the message is basically,
okay.
If you listen, this is a long song. All the songs are like 30 minutes. Or some shit like that. You get me? But
nah, he's nice, bro. I can
he's
tell
the king, bro. You get me? Okay, he's the only one greater than me. I like.
And Burna Boy said that, man, unapologetically. He said it. Some people will go ahead to say, if you are great, it is not you that will say you are great, but people will say you are great. But I think we will have to calculate them, look at the metrics, you know. Burna Boy also stands a place there. I mean, in terms of worldly recognition, Grammy-wise, and looking at the projects that have actually earned them Grammy recognition, one would say that Burna Boy, you know, should be placed ahead of Wizkid. But then we cannot deny the fact that Wizkid came a long way, although Burna Boy did come a long way. Like Burna Boy, like Davido, all of these wonderful artists have come a long way, and that should not water down anything regarding them, you know. But Wizkid, you know, I think Wizkid still deserves that. Still deserves that, but not ahead of Two-Face, man. Nah, not ahead of Two-Face. It's been a very interesting ride on the internet space, and this question of the big three and big three never ends. And it's funny how when people talk about the big three, they leave Olamide out of the picture, and Olamide actually has to be among the big three. And I used to say that rappers that I'll put, maybe Mod 9, MI. I like Faust the bad guy. I like his rap because Faust has shown me that although he may not be a consistent rapper, but every time he takes the mic, he touches the mic and MC has always been dope. So I put Faust in there, AQ also. But Olamide should actually take the top 3 rappers in Nigeria, honestly. And because I remember Olamide from like 2011, Olamide was consistent. Olamide even dropped 2 albums in 1 year. Very hardworking artist, and he was known to be one of the most hardworking artists during that period in time. And it was at that period the competition was, it was high. It was high between Olamide, Davido, Wizkid, Wandeko. Everybody was dropping. The Nigerian scene was hot. Even Two-Face then too. It was still in his prime, even at that period in time, and they were making waves, and it was crazy. MI was still a lot of people, but Olamide still, he still shone bright. So, I mean, if you are waiting for me to tell you Wizkid is the greatest, he's one of the greatest. But, I'll still always put Two-Face ahead. Because even though we want to excuse some of the, the shallow lyrics we are getting these days from Wizkid, and I want to maybe opine with Two-Face to say that part of the reason why Wizkid is giving us a kind of watered down lyrics is giving us today is because of the generation and what they want. I still would not, count that as anything, because Two-Face has always delivered. Two-Face has always delivered regardless of the generation, which is what I think makes an artist. Quality without excuses, without any excuses or reason why you shouldn't give it. And Two-Face has always delivered that. Burna Boy too has always consecutively, consistently. Yeah, and it has been impressive. I really, when I talk very much about Wizkid's shallow lyrics lately, it is not out of hate or whatever it is, because I am a fan of dope lyrics. I am a fan of dope lyrics, and I like to listen to the wordings of a song. I like to enjoy it. I want to see that it's sensible, and when it doesn't, I get bothered. But then that's just it before I go way too deep. Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, Two-Face, Wandeko, The Bunch, a lot of, Nigeria has a lot of legendary stars. And who is the greatest after Fela, Anikulakpo, Kuti? Man, I still tell you for real, Two-Face. Two-Face, hands down. Two-Face. I'm not putting anyone close to Two-Face, but Two-Face. But then if we have to say among the current generation right now, who is better, I'm still going to put Burna Boy ahead of the 3. Even though I love Davido so much, I'm still going to put Burna Boy ahead of the 3. In terms of more sensible lyrics, I'll still say. Although I wasn't impressed with Burna Boy's verse on the Ghana song, I don't know. I just didn't really feel it that much. But maybe I feel because it's somehow kind of, hip-hop. It's not really Afro. So, but I'm just this person who believes that when you want to do something, whenever, however, it always has to be dope, That is why when you are up there, you have to always. You just have to. Which is one of the reasons I love Kendrick Lamar, He always delivers in his tracks. Because he knows that he's up there. And, there's a whole lot of critics right there waiting for you to hear what it is you bring. So it always has to be 100 dope. But then, man, that's it from me to you. Great Dave Entertainment Vlog. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and I want to hear your take. If you think maybe I miscapped using Nigerian pitching, you don't miscap for there. If you think Two-Face is not the greatest Afrobeat star of all time after Fela and Anikulakpo Kuti, let me hear who you think it is. And I'm sure nobody's going to put Wizkid ahead of Two-Face in terms of lyrics, in terms of song, in terms of quality. We all know. But then I'm still open to hear whatever reason you want to give. Is it because he hasn't gotten a Grammy recognition? You all know already. It's not really by the Grammy recognition. And considering the period in time when Two-Face, Two-Face was really shining and Wizkid still shining now. The internet age. I mean, when I talked the other time, when you look at when you go to YouTube, looking at someone of Two-Face for that matter, you look at his amount of subscribers, barely 150,000. Two-Face. When you look at Mode 9, the dopest rapper Africa has ever produced, he doesn't even have up to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And so when you look at these things, you can tell that it is not really by these things. These people did not embrace the social media, internet, life. They didn't embrace it when it came. And so the people that embraced it and tapped into it and they leveraged it and took advantage of it are the likes of Wizkid, Davido, Burna Boy, and co. And so this new age generation singers really benefited from it more, and it helped them. It helped publicize them and put them out there. Unlike the likes of Two-Face, Dibia, and his colleagues who did not really give a damn about it when it actually supposed to really matter. And so it's not really going to be like the Grammy recognition, but yeah, I'm still open to what it is that you want to say. I want to hear why you think Two-Face is not, or Two-Face shouldn't be up there above Wizkid, because for me it's still going to be Two-Face anytime. And if not for the fact that Sound Sultan's discography, there are not too many songs like that and albums like that. I'll definitely put Sound Sultan there. Yes. And I still think that if we have to put someone close to Two-Face, it shouldn't be Wizkid, but still Sound Sultan. These are legends for me. These are people that not just about legendary, but they have done impressive songs that are so sensible, that are socially conscious, dope songs. Very, 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 very dope songs, Two-Face and Sound Sultan. But then I'll be waiting to hear from you. And yeah, that's it from me to you right now. In the mouth.